Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Matt Hazard, and it is my privilege to represent our 400 plus members and serve as the Executive Director of the Cooperstown Chamber of Commerce. Today we kick off a brand new program we're calling Minute Mondays with Matt. The concept here is to keep the community updated with what we're doing here at the Chamber of Commerce, as well as make everyone aware of the upcoming events that we have throughout the community. Well, this past week was a big one for us here at the Chamber. Last Monday we were thankful to host the chairman of the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum, Miss Jane Forbes Clark, who came to speak to roughly 100 of our chamber members at the Fenimore Art Museum as part of our Winter Speaker Series. Many topics were discussed, including the Clark's family history with the Cooperstown business community, upcoming projects, as well as the workforce issue we are facing. The Chamber also rolled out its focus for the year ahead, which is We Are Cooperstown, because together we feel we can strengthen this community. The conversation, though, really focused on the vacancies that we see here on Main Street in Cooperstown. The Chamber is working with the property owners and seeing how we can help in filling the gaps. With that said, the Chamber would love to hear what you as the community feel. Earlier today, we put out a survey on both the Cooperstown Chamber's Facebook page as well as the Celebrate Cooperstown group page, asking the community for their thoughts of what they believe would be great options to have on Cooperstown's Main Street. Once we get all the tallies on that, we will share those results during next week's episode. Then, an exciting time for everybody. On Wednesday evening, we all learned that the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum will be adding 4 additional members: Chipper Jones, Jim Thome, Vladimir Guerrero, and Trevor Hoffman, who will be joining previously elected Alan Trammell and Jack Morris to make up this year's induction class. It's always an exciting day when the results are made. Since that day, the Cooperstown Chamber has been fielding numerous phone calls from visitors who are looking to come to Cooperstown for this summer's induction ceremony and hopes of trying to find accommodations. I mentioned to a few folks last week, and I think it's important to share the impact that the induction has on our local community. If we were to host 30 to 40,000 people during this year's induction weekend, which has been the trend over the last 3 or 4 years, that formulates about $15 to $20 million of economic impact to our community. That's just a little snapshot of what the importance of that event is for Cooperstown as a whole and Otsego County. As many of you know, the Cooperstown Chamber of Commerce has our own, just not quite as famous Hall of Fame. For the last few weeks, the Chamber has been conducting online voting through our Facebook page, and we hope that everyone has had the opportunity to vote. We have 25 great and deserving candidates who are all nominated by the business community, and voting closes on Thursday, February 1st, and winners will be announced shortly after. Each honoree will be honored at the Hall of Fame Gala that we will be hosting on Thursday, May 31st. Additionally, in the last couple of weeks, Brewery Ommegang has announced its first 2 concerts of the year: Jack White on Sunday, May 27th, and Nathaniel Ratliff and the Night Sweats joined with the Head and the Heart on Tuesday, June 5th. Jack White is already sold out, and the other show is getting close, so please get your tickets quick. Also, as a heads up, Ommegang's Cafe is currently closed due to construction, but we're all excited to see what the renovations will hold in the very near future. And looking at other events upcoming for the week, this Wednesday, we recommend that you head out to Alex's Bistro for Well Spent Wednesdays, which this week will be benefiting the CCS Friends of Music and Art, as well as head on to the Otesaga for its weekly Hawkeye International night, with this week's focus being Spain. Then on Friday night, we encourage you to head out to the Village Hall at 22 Main Street to see Wonder Woman as part of the Cabin Fever film series. Then Saturday, get the weekend started with the Fatty Bumpo Fat Tire Bike Race, which will be held at the Clark Sports Center. And then in the evening, head out to the new Red Shed Brewery tap room to see the Hop City Hellcats perform. Then, not to miss out on Super Bowl Sunday, we encourage you to get out of the house and go to both Cooley's Stonehouse Tavern or Upstate Bar and Grill for specials and catch the game. We appreciate everybody for tuning in to this debut of Minute Mondays with Matt. We hope that you come back next week as we discuss the 51st Annual Winter Carnival, as well as grilled cheese for a good cause, and look back on the week that was. See you soon. We are Cooperstown.